So I had a talk with a close friend today who received some news that a very close friend of hers was actually going through something health wise that will basically cause her to unalive in the next, 6 months to a year. And that she is struggling to even, I guess, be present mentally, right? And so it's been very hard on my friend, Train. It's been very hard on my friend, and just even having that conversation with her, it being as smart as she is, right? People is what she does for a living. She really understands all of this stuff and things. And it made me feel really special today because I was her friend that she wanted to talk to, about everything. So that made me feel amazing to even have a friend and to be a friend enough to be that person that someone wants to talk to about something that they may not talk to about a lot of people, because again, people is their business, right? So, mentally she knows all of the stuff and things, right, to get through whatever one would need to go through, and has years and years and years of research to back it, right? And she's absolutely brilliant. But seeing someone as smart and as educated and as, you want to talk about chosen one? She's the chosen one for sure. Like, we were friends from basically the first time we had a conversation. So, birds of a feather. And we don't live close together, so I can't give her the support that I know that she probably needs right now. But even being that support system for a friend, even if they're in a different state, a different city, or you just have crazy schedules, just being there to listen to somebody going through something that that they aren't going to talk to a lot of people about, and I'm one of those people. Like, my classic move, the classic Christina move, is to like go dark, right? I just fall off, just go ghost, like, and kind of reappear when everything is back to normal. And my closest friends and family understand that about me. But going through, and especially this last year, of a lot of tumultuous emotions, to say the least, I have realized that I need to thaw my heart, right? So in order to move forward with my ascension, if you will, I need to change some of the things that have fundamentally got me through, right? And instinctively, just who I am is at my core, or who I was. And those are things that I'm working on changing, and it's not fucking easy, I'll tell you that. How do you change something that got you through everything? It's like dropping that friend that you need to. You don't talk anymore, you are drained after you talk to them, or and just making any change in your life from something that it's like working, but like, is it? Yeah, I just know that this next stage in my life, it's definitely going to be filled with more heartfelt things. So being that someone for someone else, especially someone as amazing as this girl is, like, it was everything. It meant everything. And it just really put things into perspective, just hearing her talk about it. And these are even her words. These are almost verbatim her words. It just puts things in perspective. Like, what am I worried about? Like, what? I'm just afraid of, like, not having a perfect video, or not having, the perfect session, with a client, or, and just even hearing her talk about that. And not even anything with her friend, just her feelings about the news with her friend, really put things in perspective for me. And it's definitely like, those friends are really hard to come by, especially if you're a tough sell like I am. I'm a tough sell. And it's not that I think I'm the coolest or anything, but it's definitely, it's something. Like, I need to, it's good that I have the ability to, weed the people out. Maybe I need to do a better job, as it turns out. But, just moving forward, I will. Look for certain characteristics, in people, in friends that no longer serve me. But again, we'll put that in the brain envelope, as I call it. The part of your brain that you compartmentalize. In my mind, they're little envelopes or file folders, right? Because I'm a weirdo, I'm a nerd, and that's just how I have always think about it. We'll file that in the brain envelope, the right envelope. That it's sort of the things that have served me up until at least this stage in my life that I no longer need, and that's it's like those traits that you have about yourself are definitely like friends or family, because it's things that have instinctively gotten you through, or not instinctively, but you know what I mean, have gotten you through some of the toughest times in your life. It's how you've made it through all the bullshit, how you've actually fucking made it, you know? And you look back and it's like, yes, you have friends and family that have been there for you, or, you know, coworkers or what have you, right? But at the end of the day, you kind of only have yourself. You're the one really just in the trenches, right? Boots on the fucking ground. Like, which I hate that saying, but it's true. Like, you're the one with the boots on the ground, like doing it in and out every day. Just, you know, making life happen and making it work for yourself. And it's a tough, speaking of tough sell, I mean, it's a tough sell to sell a tough sell on changing something about yourself that has made you pretty successful thus far. But at the end of the day, some of these traits need to go. And mine is perfectionism. And just hearing, again, my friend talk about, you know, this friend of hers that's going through these changes, you know, and as young as she is, she's not even, 30 years old, and going to not really make it for the long haul. And that's the prognosis anyway, right? And miracles can happen, but if we're being honest with ourselves, right? It just, like she said, my friend talking about her emotions around all this, it's wild. It is literally wild to think that a close friend of yours is no longer going to be on this planet, right? And we all have unfortunately had people around us that don't get to make it as far as we are, right? And so, yes, you can use that sadness to, and it's, depending on who it is, it's inescapable sadness, right? It's sadness that it takes you out. It takes you out for a couple days, and just sort of it's different for everybody, right? Depending on you, in your inner world, in your outer world, and how close the person was to you. I mean, it really can affect you in positive and negative ways. And for some people, it's something that maybe you'll never get past, and the relationship probably calls for that, right? And then in some cases, where if it's a friend of a friend, I'm lucky enough to have the perspective of, hey, it wasn't my close friend, and I'm fortunate for that, but it is a close friend of a close friend. So it's birds of a feather, right? She has to be pretty damn amazing for my friend to call her a close friend. Like, she just is. This girl has to be. And so it makes me really sad, because it's like we're losing one of the good ones, you know? That's how I feel. And it's not about me, but it is about the perspective I've gained from being that friend that somebody wants to call and tell these, you know, intimate things to. And we both sort of came to the conclusion that it's, wow, like, we can use her situation, her unfortunate scenario, in her life to our advantage in, you know, a silver lining type of way. I don't even know how to explain the feeling. It's more so taking that energy and alchemizing it, right, into an energy that propels us forward and helps us do amazing things. And not necessarily in her honor, because I didn't know her, but I'm sure my friend will, right? And we all have had, unfortunately, someone close to us move to heaven, as I call it, move to heaven or unalive earlier than they should have, you know? But I like to think that God needed angels, right? So if it's one of the good ones and it's birds of a feather, you know, God needed angels, and he's not going to take the stinky people, right? So it's unfortunate, but we can use her experience and her story as something that propels us forward in a positive way. And how I'm choosing to take this, even though it's incredibly sad, I am choosing to look at it like, okay, we get the perspective now of remembering, not even understanding, because we understand that we're only, you know, on this earth for a short period of time, but understanding truly our position right now and the life that we have left to live, right? None of us know when we're going to go, right? That's something that nobody really knows the answer to. And I think that that's fortunate. You know, people ask you like, oh, would you want to know like the day you were going to go? And the, perfectionist in me, the type A personality, fuck yeah, I would love to know that so I can plan all the stuff and things. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I would, because I realize that I also procrastinate, and which is surprising, I know, for a personality type like mine, for a personality like me, just in general, I don't like surprises, right? But I feel like I would maybe waste some of that time. So I want to, because then if I don't know, then the heat is on, right? Like I'm not going to wait till the last minute to get the paper done for school, or the project for work done, or all the stuff and things that I've done in my entire life. Do I pull it out at the end? I pull out a dub. I do. I pull out a W every time, which is great. And I'm fortunate for that. But I think that's also why I wait. It's a cyclical thing. It's a cycle. But going back to the whole, understanding truly the position I have, at least at this point in my life, and my friend has realized as well through our talk today, that we can use that perspective of maybe, we don't know how much time we have left. So like, what are we doing? Like, what are we worried about? We're worried that we're not going to have, makeup on, or we just got done working out, so we're like sweaty because it's Texas, it's summer in Texas, and I'm literally melting. But that's because everyone else is melting. So some people look good though, by the way, which I don't understand how they have this like dewiness about them. But at the end of the day, everyone's getting home. I don't know if you guys can see the action going on in the background. But at the end of the day, like, I have been worried about being a perfectionist. So every video every piece of content that I've put out into the world has literally been where I am not the most prepared. And I think it's healing me in a way that maybe I don't know if I would have had the chance, because I know me, right? I'm like on top of it. I've got a list for everything. And if you guys have the same afflictions, I don't even know if that's the right word, but the same, I want to say it's problematic. Has it gotten me through life? Yes. Has it been my ride or die perfectionism? Ride or die for sure. Doesn't even ask any questions. It's just like, bitch, what do we have to do? Like, where, when, tell me how high, and that's how I'll jump. Like, it's been something that's gotten me through. But moving into more of a creative sphere, realm, I guess, has been, I guess, if I'm being honest, pretty scary for somebody like me, because it's like, so what do you mean? Like, I'm just making it up as I go along? Like, I wait for the feelings? Like, I just wait for the feelings? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But learning, and having this happen today, it did put things in perspective. Like, who cares? Like, actually, no one cares as much as I do. Nobody. I think I've mentioned that before. Nobody cares as much as I do. No one cares how much makeup I'm wearing. No one cares if my hair isn't perfect. No one cares, right? I see some of these content creators, and no shit, they have got so much stuff in the background. Sometimes I don't even listen to what they're saying. I'm looking at the shit in the background like, girl, you couldn't have like tidied up. Like, this is the place that you chose. Like, this is, out of all the places in all the lands, this is where you ended up. That's great. That's wonderful. And I just never really thought that would ever be me, with all this shit in the background, like fucking trash, and like, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're like me, we're aware. You see it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who are the content creator behind videos like that, I admire you. I admire the fuck out of you. I really do. I admire you, because how freeing would that be, right? It's like, I'm afraid, because I have a couple varicose veins, I'm like afraid of wearing shorts in public. Like, and then I see, again, everyday people just inspire the hell out of me, because really, like, some of these people out here, some of these people on these streets out here are wearing the most, we're in Dallas, Texas, okay? People don't give a fuck out here, which I respect, by the way. I love it for that reason. But yeah, these people just don't give a shit. And like, if I had half of that self-confidence, which is odd, because the self-confidence is the part that I admire, right? The not being a perfectionist, the just going with shit no matter what, kind of flying by the seat of your pants, really, to quote Pretty Woman, kind of way of living was always wonderful for those types of people, and I guess I never really understood how to integrate that into my own life until today. And so until, starting to put videos out here because it's, again, something I'm trying to overcome. These things about myself. I believe that I can conquer all of the things about myself that I'm either not confident with or need to move past for this next phase of my life, because I need to. I need to. So I want to say thank you to this girl, and for the sake of this video, we'll call her Amber. Amber, I'm sorry for what you're going through. I really am. And your friends, especially like mine, I mean, if they're anything like my close friend that's your close friend, you probably have a bunch of those, and they're going to miss you. They're going to miss you for everything that you brought to their life. But everything you brought to their life, I don't even want to start crying. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying. There's no crying. Everything you brought to their life is something that will live on through their actions tenfold. Like, you have no idea what you have done to these people to make them miss you, right? But not even just to miss you. Like, they're carrying on parts of you and like your friendship with them. And they're carrying that on into other people. And I mean, it really is just a ripple effect. So thank you. I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I knew of you today, right? I appreciate you for everything that you are. And I appreciate and respect what you're going through. And I know that everything happens for a reason. So I don't even want to say I'm sorry you're going through this, but I am sorry if it's causing you any type of hurt or any type of pain, because someone as amazing as you have to be probably doesn't deserve it. But it will carry out into the rest of your friends and family's lives. Like, you alone. You probably don't even know the things that have impacted your friends and family on such a deep level that they're going to carry that out into the rest of their lives and their kids' lives and their friends' lives. Like, you know, I'm probably reaping some benefits of my friend from you that I don't even know about, right? So thank you for everything you've done. And I hope that it is a seamless transition moving to heaven. And I respect you for going through it. And thank you for being a wonderful friend to my friend, especially at times probably I couldn't even have been to her. So thank you. And I respect you. And I really do hope that you have caused this ripple into my life for me to understand that, what am I worried about? Nothing. There's nothing tangible. Worry and fear doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. So hopefully that will help me in your struggle, and what you're going through will help me push that aside so that I can hopefully make people feel as wonderful as you've made other people feel, especially as amazing people like my friend. So I respect you, Amber, and I hope that you have a seamless transition. And thank you for being such a wonderful friend to my friend, that she shared it with me. Let this start the ripple.